Hello, and welcome all my beautiful, vibrant souls who are Leo suns, have big Leo placements, or are cross watchers for Leo. Welcome to your month ahead messages looking at the month of June 2024. If you're interested in love messages, I now have a new Patreon tier that does zodiac monthly love messages. So you can watch your sun, moon, rising, Venus, whatever tickles your fancy. That is linked down below. If anything that we talk about resonates, I also have personal readings available for booking, and I have some time slots available in the upcoming week. So feel free to check that out on my site, and my other offerings are also there as well. I do a bunch of different little things. So that is also linked down below. Now, I do want to say for you guys, I already started your reading and got interrupted partway through by technical difficulties, but I feel called to share. I'd like to keep going with the message we have. Sometimes when that happens, I take that as a sign from the universe to, scrap it and start again. I'm being a determined little shit here, and I feel like I'm going to stick with what I had. So I'm going to pick up where we left off. So I pulled an oracle card for your overarching theme of the month, and we got nature. So this can be literal, like spending more time in nature, but this can also be getting closer to your truer nature. And I was really drawn to look at the bottom of the deck, and we had body care. So there's something here about, it feels like a healing. It feels like a time of reflection, meditation. The recent full moon in Sagittarius may have hit hard. For some of you, the eclipses hit hard. They kept showing me the image of like people like shuffling papers. So this could be something where there's a lot of moving pieces. Things have gotten moved around. This could be like a legal situation, a contract that's gotten renegotiated. It just feels like there's been a lot of like, first we do this, then we do this, now we're doing this instead. There's been a lot of kind of like little micro twists and turns, and it's been a little bit exhausting. But you're being encouraged to take very good care of your body this month. Again, there's like a somatic healing aspect. So you might be emotionally and spiritually healing, but also that incorporates the physical body. Some of you are being encouraged to pursue yoga or energy healing this month. I will say, excuse me, I do offer distance Reiki sessions for those who are interested. That is available on my shop as well. But receiving energy work or energy care might be, or excuse me, energy healing might be particularly helpful. Yeah, I was 222 on the timer as I said that. But I'm seeing that the focus this month is really going to be about taking taking care of yourself in order to, sorry, my allergies are terrible. Taking care of yourself in order to get closer to your truer nature. So for some of you, this is about kind of like figuring out an aspect of self. But for most of you, I feel like this is kind of clearing away the distractions, right? The everyday life stuff in order to like really care for yourself in a very meaningful way. So the card that already came out was the Eight of Swords with interference. And if you see, we have all of the strings here attached to this person's arms and legs. I feel like whatever the situation is you've been dealing with, it's felt like, I don't know what else to do. I can't move forward. Like, I'm trying this, I'm trying that, I do this, and that, like, it feels like you've taken all the action you know how to take, and things are still not moving forward, and there is a lack of clarity. This little person's looking up to the sky, so it's kind of like looking to spirit and being like, what else do you want me to do? I do feel many of you are being purposely asked to stay put. Normally the Eight of Swords is a self-limiting belief, right? And not like, there's something where you're not seeing it for yourself or about yourself. And so you're kind of your own kind of prison guard, so to speak. But just in this situation, I actually feel like there's an outside interference. There's like a spiritual timing thing. But we'll see what else came out. So I haven't looked at these cards yet, but excuse me. The moon in reverse. Cancer, Pisces energy showing up. The Six of Wands, okay. With victory, I like that. And the King of Wands, there you are, okay. Aries, Leo, Sag. So it feels like there's something where with the Eight of Swords, you felt like you can't win for trying, right? You've tried everything you can think of. You feel limited. You feel like you don't know which way to go, like you're being blocked at every turn. For some, you've been really trying with this one avenue of life with the Eight of Swords, and it's like you've tried everything you can think of. For some of you, you've been dealing with a health problem. I wanted to say that as well with body care. It's like you've been doing everything you can think of, and nothing is progressing, nothing is moving forward. with the moon in reverse, it feels like this period of pause is helping you understand something, right? Helping you come into deeper wisdom, helping you understand some aspect of self, right? The moon always shows a dog on one side of the river and a wolf on the other side, kind of indicating that, excuse me, we're choosing between our more domesticated selves and our more wild selves. We're also choosing between, there's an aspect where we're choosing between, like our higher consciousness and our instinct, and thus love and fear, right? There's also a sense of like choosing between being very like almost pack oriented or like supported versus being more of that lone wolf type energy. Excuse me. So you've been kind of like put into this place of pause in order to have this revelation with the moon reverse. We'll clarify in a minute. And so what your guides want to say with victory and the Six of Wands and the King of Wands, especially because he's heading right toward the Six of Wands, you will be victorious. The Six of Wands is always Jupiter in Leo as well. You will be victorious in this situation. There's something here where you're kind of reestablishing or reacquainting yourself with your power. Some of you, you've just been really tired from the situation, and this is like, you're just taking a break. I'm so sorry. Some of you have been really tired with one other like situation in your life, and it's actually been taking your energy away from dealing with this other thing. So let's say you've had a really stressful like few months with work. It might be taking its toll on your physical health. If you've had a physical health problem, it may have kind of been affecting your energy, your confidence, right? And this is something that I do feel like it's kind of like once you stop pushing against the perceived, like, not boundaries, not even quite stressors, the perceived, it's like you have a perception of like, excuse me, a time limit, a perception of like, I got to get this done, right? So the perceived pressure, once you stop pushing against it, it kind of feels like it dissipates, right? It's kind of like when you like hold somebody's hand and you like push against it and then they are also pushing. Whereas if you were to take your hand away, it's nothing. Or if they were to take their hand away, it's something. It's like it kind of dissipates instantly. I'm being drawn to look at this card. Ace of Swords. There's clarity coming in. There's understanding coming in to help cut you free in this situation. And that's what the moon in reverse is. So let's start to look. What's this Eight of Swords? King of Pentacles. A lot of you, this is financial. You could be dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but this is financial. You're trying to like figure out, and again, for some, this is like a health issue as well. There could be a connection between the two because health problems are expensive, unfortunately, at least if you're in the US, they are. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You're not imagining things. If you have that feeling of like, I cannot win for trying, you have been facing an intentionally difficult cycle. This is what I mean. The Eight of Swords is usually where we're limiting ourselves. This feels like there's been divine intervention in this way too. But it is also in order to point out with the Eight of Swords, a mindset that is limiting you. And so it feels like with the King of Pentacles clarifying the Eight of Swords, there's a desire, especially with both the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands. Those two together for me are like a born entrepreneur. Those are also somebody who gets the motivation and the inspiration, who's willing to go the distance and is willing to back it up with patience, consistency, action. This cycle you've been facing might have helped because we have the King of Wands, but now that we have the King of Pentacles, may have been helping you to stay a little more consistent, stay a little more patient. And that's been the whole point, right? What is this? Let me clarify the moon. I was going to say, what is this, the moon? What is this, the moon? Let me clarify the moon in reverse. The Six of Cups. Okay, with pleasure. It feels like there could have been childhood habits here that are being clarified for you. There's some inner child healing I'm feeling with the Six of Cups here. For some, this could go back to a relationship with a mother, just with the moon energy. This difficult cycle you've been facing has been in order to highlight some beliefs, somebody once told me, some beliefs, some, again, like childhood patterns or issues that needed to be healed, that needed to be brought up in order to help you gain greater stability and security. Yep, the Hanged Man in reverse, to shift your perspective. And when the Hanged Man is reversed, it always then gives way to the Death card, meaning you are changing and things are changing. What is this? I was going to say, what is the Six of Wands? And there's the Death card. Death and Judgment, both in reverse. Both of these are Scorpio energy. Clarifying the Six of Wands. I feel like this is what's coming in for you, and this might not happen this month, but what's coming in for you is the rebirth you've been asking for in this area of life. If there are other people involved, just because there's 3 people here, I feel like they are also, you might be in a rest period while they are going through their own rebirth, their own justice, their own judgment. This might be justice for you, but this feels like your rebirth is on the way. This situation is getting a rebirth. It's on the way. So like I said, it might not be happening this month. The victory might not be happening this month, but you are now on the way to receiving that. Whatever you needed to learn from this cycle of things not going your way, of having to try and just feel like defeated at every turn, it has shown you what it needs to show you. You've already learned it. You've already seen it. So you are heading toward a victory. And you guys need to know that. This is why you're being called to really care for yourself this month. Let yourself emotionally purge. I feel like this shift is not far behind. So again, it might not be this month, but we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Excuse me, I'm sorry. The Seven of Cups is, for some, this is coming in July. Just because for me, the Pentacles is springtime, the Pentacle suit, and then the Cup suit is summertime. And in the Northern Hemisphere, that's what we're approaching. And there's a sense here of, with that Seven of Cups, again, being summertime and 7, like, make me think of July. This rebirth is happening, like, in July. There's a shift coming. There's a clarity that is emerging in July. Again, I feel like it's not far behind. So this month is really going to be about caring for yourself. It's like you've kind of, like, purged out, or you've, like, become aware of all of the healing, the things that needed to be healed, and now you're healing it this month in order to move forward. There is a connection very much so between the, like, spiritual and emotional, like the energy body and the physical body that's coming through here. You might find that you are purging really old emotional wounds, and as you do, you might find that some physical ailment improves. I was picking up on something about the ribs and the shoulders when I was the first go around with this reading. So you might be experiencing pain or struggle in any of those areas, a lot to do with releasing grief, as well as a sense of being burdened or having a sense of, like, over responsibility. So let's clarify this King of Wands. I feel like by the end of the month, you're going to be feeling more confident and in your power. Yeah, the Ace of Cups, you're going to be feeling emotionally renewed. Thank God. Feeling like you can make yourself happy, feeling like your life can make you happy. Yeah, the Fool. And ready for a new beginning. So by the end of the month, you're going to be feeling a lot more restored. 9 of Pentacles, feeling really good. Your money might be improving by the end of the month. Your health might start to improve a bit by the end of the month. It will be different for everybody. But with all the sunflowers, really facing the sun, right? Feeling a lot more positive about your experience. And with the 7 of Cups, feeling like there are possibilities available to you. So that is what I have for you guys. I'm wishing you a safe, happy, healthy month ahead. And hopefully we'll get the chance to connect further. Take care. Bye.